BC. This would be the PS AR. Now, this right here is not giving full trading range alignment as a full fill. But if we switch time frames to 30, probably look like it, just because I can tell with this down candle. Still not completely full. Let me go back to 15. But we did have a sign of strength, and it came back to this area, and then we had it one more time. So this may have to be a back test for us that reaccumulated twice. So the likelihood I'm going to get another one is not that high. So when I was already looking at this is BC and AR, sorry, BC and UA, BC and AR, this would have to be my trading range. And you guys know, before I decide to waste my time on a pair, I want to see if I have an entry, because if I don't have an entry, I don't care. So, and I prefer my entry to be trading range alignment. So looking at this now, here I do have a small order block, and then I do have this gap that's, oh, wait, no, maybe look here, this gap here. But this to me is not really clean for me. BC, so it was originally BCAR. So let's see what it looks like here. And looks like here, let's check the wick. It's not really aligning with anything that I really care about. Let me check this as the buying climax. That makes us go through this as an order block, which could be a possibility. So let me just move this alert first out of my way to start reading this as let me check the candles first. A possible reaccumulation. The Zoom is going to last 30 to 40 minutes. But unless I don't find anything, because this is a continuation Zoom from yesterday, so the market has only moved so much, but you know, I try to take my time so we get full value. Okay, so BC AR, now AR. So we have this. So right now we're expecting body. So body here, this is a higher body. So I'm gonna go with this as a UA. I'm gonna go with this as a second test, because just the way it reacted here. So then I'm gonna create a ST as a sal, but do we have a shakeout? Yeah, we do. Okay, so this is body. This body is technically a little bit higher. I'll decide that later. So this all right here, this would have to be the MSAL because it's the lowest. Everything else will have to be a test before I decide to label that. This to me is a great definition of a shakeout. A shakeout is going to be, I'm trying to think of my words so you guys can kind of write it down. Your shakeout is going to be a detailed zigzag trend line situation. So a shakeout, when you're leading to your shakeout, like the word is shakeout. So you're kind of like watching price just fizzle out and a lack of interest, and then you get your push up, okay? And this can be known as a jump across the creek if you read your definitions here. So, but notice how it has also zigzag here. So these charts aren't perfect, but this part is relevant. Your shakeout should actually be shaking itself out of this trend situation. Okay, so this is a valid shakeout. Marked up to standard. Now let me just fill in the blanks. So again, let me just measure this again. So this body, I'm just gonna give this a test. As a test of the trading range here. The body's a little bit higher, but our UA is for the M sound. This is all together as one. So if we look at the wick, it's here, but for the entry, we're expecting the bodies. Okay, so Let's give some test labels here. So I try not to leave anything blank because that's when people mess up. Because if you're just, then you're going to be able to look at anything and be like, oh my God, look at this and look at this and look at this. Like you can't just skip over this, and say it's a schematic. You do have times when there's tests, but it has to be actually testing the range, right? So it has to make sense. Okay, so now the entry is like not my favorite. So when you guys see this, it doesn't mean I'm setting a limit right now. It just means I'm still deciding on what we have here. So the reason why this entry was not my favorite is we have too much unfilled price below as well. So for me, if this was to get taken, I'm just going to delete the lower trailing range alignment because it doesn't matter. We're entering off the top. Dashed line to represent its trading range alignment, not just a random line. We have a little bit of UPA because we don't have a retracement back into the order block, but it's just not as gorgeous as I want it to be. So if you guys look at the chart gallery, you guys know what I define as a gorgeous order block with UPA. This is not it. Stop loss. I can have a 5.3 or a not 11. Let me see. 5.3 or a 6. Oh, we do have a gap here. Okay. Life is getting a little bit better. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, what if the gap starts here? Gap is originally on the 4 minutes. So let's get some time frame confirmation here. Meaning that let's just look at what it looks like on all time frames. I'm just going to replay it so it doesn't move around the screen. Okay, so we have a gap a little bit higher on the 3 minute. 2, 1. Respect's a little bit higher. So, well, that's a little bit so high. So I'm gonna try to take this. I just want to see if I can get a higher entry, even though I technically don't want to. Okay, so in case it just respects this imbalance, well, technically the imbalance is here as well. I want to make sure I get in the trade. I don't think I want to move it higher. I have to increase my stop loss. So first equal highs to me looking at this would be this area right here. So if that gives me a 1 to 10, 9.26, anything over 8.5 is good for me. So that's what I'm going to look at now. The reason why I would not set a limit is because I still want to make a decision on everything, entry, take profit, everything. So again, you don't just get on a chart, label things, and then get yourself to take profit. You have to come back with another pair of fresh eyes, as I like to say. And this is there's time, like there's no rush. So my alert rate there, let's see what it says from before. I have to change it. Stop. So this is definitely not us anymore. This would be re-accum entry. So I would have to, when this goes off, I'm gonna look at the entry and see how it goes. Someone asked if I use indicators. Absolutely not. You guys will never see indicators. You guys never seen any indicators in any YouTube video or anything. So everything that I show you is exactly what I do. I'm not showing you guys something, getting off the call and putting in some MRAs or anything. Smart money, everything we trade is by knowing how to work the market. Okay, so we're gonna go pink. Let's go through my few marked up pairs first and then go over live analysis again.